Well, let's speak to John Hemmings, a North Korea specialist at the US-based security think tank, the Center for Strategic International Studies. He joins us from our Central London studios. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for being with us.
Good afternoon,
North
John.
Korea has carried out nuclear tests before. How significant do you think this latest test is?
I don't think we'll know for a while, at least a week, maybe a month away. It depends how the other countries react. If China continues to provide aid and to give aid and sustenance to North Korea, there's not a lot the US or South Korea or Japan can do. As you can tell, the sanctions are already there, but China's aid kind of circumnavigates that.
Sure, I mean, the Chinese seem to be at the very heart of this issue for the international community. Do you see any hardening of their line towards Pyongyang, bearing in mind that it looks as if Pyongyang are not that far away from getting the kind of nuclear device that they can stick on the end of a warhead?
Well, you have to remember, for Beijing, Pyongyang is a strategic buffer between them and forces of the US, and they're a very close ally. So I don't think the Chinese are at all as worried as we'd like them to be about a North Korean missile with a nuclear-tipped missile.
One wonders ultimately what it is Pyongyang is after. Every time they have a test, there are sanctions, then there's another test, then more sanctions. The sanctions don't seem to be having any effect. There's clearly something else the North Koreans want.
Well, defense officials in the US Asia-Pacific community refer to it as the provocation cycle. Essentially, they provoke the United States and the regional community with either a weapons test, a missile test. Within 6 months, they're willing to absorb the sanctions we apply, because China, of course, is breaking those. Within 6 months, we're at the table. So actually, it's a price that the North Koreans are willing to pay each time. I would say that actually this cycle serves their strategic objectives very well, which are, in descending importance, regime survival, acceptance by the United States as a nuclear power, and of course a peace treaty on the peninsula, as the United States and North Korea are still technically at war.
Indeed, but given the fact that North and South, the Korean peninsula is divided, and that the Japanese and the Taiwanese and whoever else out there who are in the Western sphere of influence, they would be mightily concerned about a nuclear-armed North Korea.
Well, this is it. I think the North Koreans continue to ratchet up the pressure with these types of tests. It does them no harm, and it actually it challenges the guarantee, the US defense guarantees towards its allies like South Korea, Japan. And I think this kind of pressure is felt probably more in Washington, in Seoul, in Tokyo than in Beijing, and that's exactly its significance.
Okay, John Hemmings from the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.